Hello, all of our amazing learning coaches and scholars, and welcome to this Weeks of Welcome for our online learning program. During this time, I will be sharing some of the things to look forward to in semester 2 of the 22-23 school year in our online learning program. My name is Janae Smith. I'm the Director of Online Learning here at Compass, and I am thrilled to be able to share some of these exciting updates as we look forward to semester 2 starting on February 1st. So on the agenda today, we'll review our mission and vision, our values, important information for semester 2, top tips for a successful semester, and then I'll share with you some of the information for that Q&A session after you guys have viewed this recording. So our mission and vision, in our online learning department, we really strive to enable scholars to use their critical thinking skills so they can become innovative and creative self-directed learners, which is stated here in our mission statement, by providing scholar choice and enabling them to think outside of the box and choose different assignments and assessments to showcase their learning. We are excited that our scholars are showing that they have a curiosity for lifelong learning and that they're able to take responsibility for their future success. And at Compass Charter Schools, we have our Arctic values: achievement, respect, teamwork, integrity, and communication. And these Arctic values drive all that we do here and how we interact and build relationships with our scholars, our learning coaches, and together as an organization. So just to give you some information for the Weeks of Welcome that this recording goes along with. So our Weeks of Welcome, or our WOW, is a 2-week program, and it's held at the beginning of the school year. And then what we do at middle of the year is we do a condensed, we condense the information and then just focus on highlights and updates for semester 2. And encourage our families to review that during the mid-year break between the semesters. Our WOW program information from the start of the school year is also available within Parent Square. So if you have any questions or want to know what was covered at the beginning of the school year, refer to Parent Square. And all of our learning coaches have access to Parent Square. So some important information and things to look forward to in semester 2 in our online learning program. First off, in the month of March, we are going to be having another Learning Lab attendance competition. A lot of our families and a lot of our scholars did a great job attending Learning Labs and participating in our fall competition, which was the great Compass Show Up, kind of mirroring those fun baking competition shows that we see. And it was really great to highlight those winning classes that had the top percentage of Learning Lab attendance during the fall semester. So similar, we will be having a Learning Lab attendance competition during the month of March. And what this is a weekly class attendance percentage calculation. And so each class within each grade level team, we look at how many scholars attend that Learning Lab, and the Learning Lab with the highest percentage that week gets highlighted in our MMU, and the teachers provide rewards for the scholars in that class. And that could be course incentives like extra credit or quiz excusal or fun things like that. Also includes our Rising Scholar tickets that scholars can choose from a variety of prizes and much more. So be on the lookout for that attendance competition information in our Monday morning update as we get closer to the month of March. Another exciting thing that we're looking forward to this spring is our grade span visit. So kind of similar to in a brick and mortar where the 5th graders may take a trip to the middle school to see what middle schools are what's like, and 8th graders may take a trip to the high school to see what high school will be like. We do something similar here in our online learning program, and that will be in the spring. So our fifth graders will have an opportunity to tour, do a virtual tour of the sixth grade middle school and meet the teachers. We'll also have a scholar panel that will be those tour guides and answer questions and be kind of the go-to when our incoming sixth graders for the 2023-24 school year, you know, a point of contact or a familiar face so they can ask those scholar specific questions and be those go-to for them when they start off the school year. And similarly, our eighth grade scholars will be able to tour or do a virtual tour of our ninth grade and high school and kind of see what that looks like. And those scholar panelists will be able to share what to expect in high school and how to be best prepared for high school. So that information will be shared via email and be looking for that to come out in our MMU in the spring. It'll be close. It will be at the end of that communication will be at the end of April, and we'll plan for those tours in May. Also, many of you guys have noticed, but I just wanted to reiterate, progress reports are sent every Friday, Friday afternoons, and those are emails that come from me. And in that email, it will tell you where your scholars should be in pacing in their courses, where they currently are in that pacing, and their average grade on the work submitted. And so if you have any questions, you're always able to reach out directly to me, your supervising teacher, the content teacher for grades 6 through 12. If there are questions regarding, you know, if those grades look accurate, or if you have concerns or questions about how those are calculated. The emails are sent from me, and this is the email address you can expect those to come from. So if you find that you're not receiving those progress reports from me on Fridays, do a quick search for this email address, maybe check your spam. And then if you're still not seeing them, just reach out directly to me or your supervising teacher, and we'll make sure that we verify your contact information. And then one more thing I just wanted to make sure that our families are aware of. We have our tiered reengagement here at Compass, and what their tiered reengagement does is it follows some expectations set by California legislation AB 130. It also follows our board policy manual, and by the time we get to a tier 2 independent study evaluation meeting, there are a couple other pieces of communication that have gone out. First, scholars and learning coaches would have received a tier 1 notice. And the tier 1 notice is kind of just, you know, sharing like we're worried about your scholars' engagement. Are there any barriers? Is there something we can do to help? And then if that is resolved, then we can move forward, and the process doesn't progress to a tier 2 independent study meeting. However, if we're still seeing that there are other issues or we haven't gotten those current issues resolved, the teacher will schedule a tier 2 independent study evaluation meeting. And those meetings are a great opportunity to meet with me or the coordinator and put together what we call our independent study evaluation plan and address any barriers that you are seeing on your end. And we put together an action plan with some focused supports to help scholars avoid truancy and be engaged in their learning. Another thing too is, speaking of truancy, a scholar will get a warning email if they have not submitted an assignment a day. So 5 assignments in 5 days, there should be an assignment submitted every day of the school week. And we can see that through the activity logs and the scholar login information. And so a warning email will go out, so everybody's is aligned with that communication. And then if the scholar continues not to submit 5 assignments in those 5 days the next week, then we'll also have that independent study evaluation tier 2 meeting and look at additional barriers that may be contributing to truancy. And some of those barriers that are easy to resolve through scheduling, through creating good habits, and also for scholars to just make sure that they are reaching out to the right staff here at Compass to get additional support. Also, a Tier 2 meeting or independent study evaluation meeting will be scheduled if scholars do not complete our STAR benchmark assessments as per the master agreement within the assessment window, which is about a 4-week window. One of the hiccups that we're running into, though, and I want to make sure our families are aware, the Tier 2 independent study evaluation meeting notice will come from my email, but it may go to your spam or junk mail. So if everybody in our online learning program can just take a quick look at your spam, search for this email address, and then make sure that you're enabling that email to go to your inbox, that may help resolve any miscommunication or notices that are being sent there. The good news is there's many opportunities for this communication to be shared. So if it does go to your spam and you receive a different notice, that is sent email, that is sent through certified mail. There's various opportunities to schedule and to hold this meeting because we want our scholars to be supported and we want them to know that we're here to help them to be successful. So that is some of the important information coming up for semester 2. Some helpful tips and tricks for our online learning program as we head into semester 2. One of the things that we've been noticing when reaching out and working with scholars, especially to help with engagement and make sure that we're meeting all of the expectations as far as working within the program and being successful. My first recommendation and tips and tricks is to make a schedule. Scholars who have a weekly and daily schedule are more likely to be successful in our online learning program. I encourage learning coaches and scholars to work together on this. So the beginning of the week, look at the week as a whole and plan out the week, and then narrow that down into what that looks like each day. And then at the end of the day, have a conversation. How did it go that day? Was everything that was set in that schedule able to be accomplished? If not, why not? And we just move it over to the next day. And then also, when in doubt, reach out. Please reach out to your supervising teacher, your content teacher, the online coordinators, Ms. Amaria, Ms. Tatum, myself, because we don't know. I say we don't know what we don't know, right? So if you see your scholar struggling, please reach out or empower your scholar to reach out to the various people and staff at Compass. We want them to be successful. We want to support them. So don't hesitate to reach out as a learning coach and as a scholar. And then my other tips and tricks is connection meetings are important. Connection meetings aren't just, checking in and seeing like how things are going with your supervising teacher. It is part of that. It also is looking at your personalized learning plan, your scholar's personalized learning plan, seeing how grade progress is going, and reviewing STAR benchmark assessment results, and addressing any concerns and talking about those things. However, it is also a wonderful opportunity for scholars to join in and share all the exciting things that they are learning in their classes and showcase some of their assignments and those assessments. Providing scholar choice on their assignments and assessments has enabled scholars to really get creative, whether it's a video newscast to demonstrate their learning of weather in our elementary scholars, or being able to share how their focus notes help them to do well on a quiz or exam. We want the scholars to be engaged in this process too. So whenever possible, have your scholars join in those connection meetings so they can share what they're learning, and they can also work with their supervising teacher and you, and know that there's that team to support them. So with that said, just wanted to also share out our live Q&As that goes with this recording. Will be on Friday, February 10th from 2 to 3 via Zoom. And that'll be live. I'll be there to answer any questions and address any concerns. So the presenters of all the mini WOW recordings will be available to answer questions for those who attend the live Q&A session. And then please reference the Monday morning update, the MMU, and Parent Square calendar for information on how to join that live Q&A session. So I hope to see everybody there at that live session on February 10th. In the meantime, if you do have any questions or have any concerns, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. Here's my contact information. That phone number is my direct line. You can call me. You can also text me on this number. And then, of course, feel free to always reach out and email me. There is my email address. And I look forward to a great semester. Our scholars have worked so hard during semester 1. I know that they will continue just to shine in semester 2.